crazy shit do you have going on in your fucking head? When you get all defensive like that, like literally, he's doing the sleight of hand thing. Oh, I guess I'm the worst person ever. I guess I just murder babies and drink their blood. I don't know. Those fucking flight, those fucking flight lists. I mean,
but the kinds of things that are being said of late, I think you're beginning to see some of the, and by Democrats as well, sort of the venom sort of leak out of a lot of it. We gotta get beyond this. What do you say to your grandchildren? Or your
what about the 4 years? What about the 4 years when Trump was president of the United States? You guys didn't get past that.
They all suck dick.
You guys wouldn't let that go. We didn't spend 4 years under Trump's presidency with the left saying, guys, why don't we move on? Let's try to work with this president. And if we believe that this president is going to make bad policies that are going to harm this country, then let's do our job as the opposing side and try to limit
Most of y'all probably know him anyway.
the amount of damage we think he's capable of doing, but within the letter of the law and within reason. But you guys didn't do that. Why are you guys entitled? Why are you guys entitled to something that you weren't willing to give us? Why are you entitled to the privilege of moving on when we spent 4 years with you guys refusing to move on, burning cities down, threatening people, ruining lives, doxing people, getting them fired from their jobs? You know, I know 3 people that killed themselves during Trump's presidency. I know at least 3 that I can think of right now. I'm sure the list is longer than that. But I can think right now of 3 people I know who killed themselves because their situation became hopeless. Because your media apparatus and your state apparatus conspired to create a very, very tense, give them the impression that the walls were closing in on them, that they couldn't work, that they couldn't feed themselves, that they were going to be persona non grata, that they were going to be put on lists and their lives forever destroyed. I know people that have killed themselves.
Yeah.
Over politics.
It's retarded.
Over
none of this shit matters.
The Vice articles.
Fucking 50 years from now, this shit ain't gonna fucking matter.
Doxing and the Antifa finding out where people work and you know what I mean? And ruining, going after their kids and shit. 3 people that I can think of that violently took their own lives. 3 people that, by the way, I'm one of those people that always thinks if you kill yourself, odds are there's a good chance you probably would have done it. I try not to feel too much guilt when somebody kills themselves because if they want to do it, they're going to do it. But I'm thinking of these were 3 very avoidable deaths. I think these are people that were, if it hadn't have been for the brigades going after these people, if it hadn't have been for the immense social pressure that they felt and the immense harassment that they were being subjected to, I believe that those 3 people would still be alive. What about them? Can they move on? Can they get over it?
children about what's happening. Do you ever remember a time like this before in the entire history? Whether you're a Democrat or Republican? This is not who we are.
Or from 2016 to 2020. You're just not. This isn't who you are now because you won.
But folks, the rest of the world's wondering about us. Those of you who travel abroad, not a joke. Not a joke. You asked, when I went to this G7, all the major democracies, I walked in, and I know a lot of them because of my role in the past. And they walk in, and I said, America's back, and they go, I'm serious, head of state. I give you my word as black. I said, are you really back? I mean, how can we believe you, Joe? But will the country ever get it together?
My word is a Biden. It should be. That should be. That's one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. I give you my word as a Biden.
I talked to Xi Jinping in China. Who I know well. I agree on a lot of things. He's a great and really tough
Yes, I
guy.
got some fucking value.
I know why you're not finding this anywhere. We are literally owned by China now. You know, look, I have gone on record many, many times. I've gone on record so many times as saying that Trump has been and was a colossal disappointment in my eyes. Trump let us down in a lot of ways. There is one thing. There is one thing that not even I will ever shit on Trump about. There's one thing that none of us could ever shit on Trump about. One thing that he was 150% correct about was the danger that China poses to our infrastructure, to our financial sectors, to our supply chains. It was the one thing it was the one thing that you could at least go, okay, man, at least he gave us that. They're not even pretending like China, like, this is bad, man. Hey, you know what, Mr. President, let me get you some, I need some music that's fitting of your office. Let me see here.
Fuck.
That's not. No, that's not. That's that. That's some nice. Is this it? Oh, this is all so terrible. It's all. There's some. There we go.
But, folks, the rest of the world's wondering about us. Those of you who travel abroad, not a joke. Not a joke. You asked, when I went to this G7, all the major democracies. I walked in, and I know a lot of them because of my role in the past. And they walk in, and I said, America's back. And they go, I'm serious, heads of state. I give you my word as a Biden. I said, are you really back? I mean, how can we believe you, Joe. But will the country ever get it together? I talked to Xi Jinping in China. Who I know.
This sounds like terrible. This sounds like Italian music. God, these channels are really bad at this. Is this good? There we go. Okay, this is better.
Oh, well, we don't agree on a lot of things. He's a great and really tough guy. He truly believes that the... But, folks, the rest of the world's wondering about us. And I said, America's back. And they go, I'm serious, heads of state. I give you my word as a Biden. I said, are you really back? I mean, how can we believe you, Joe? But will the country ever get it together? I talked to Xi Jinping in China, who I know well. We don't agree on a lot of things. He's a great and really tough guy. He truly believes that the... But, folks, the rest of the world's wondering...
This is a good one. Here's a good one.
The various shots that people are getting now cover that. You're okay. You're not gonna get COVID if you have these vaccinations.
And the lie detector determined that that was a lie.
Fuck that.
I got a buddy of mine. He just got the vaccine a couple weeks ago. Let me check in. How's he doing?
I'm not getting that goddamn vaccine.
That nigga's dead.
Oh no. Guys, you're not gonna get it again. I mean, if you got the vaccine, you're not going to catch COVID again. Now, what I want you guys to do, and well, I'll go ahead and clip this later. My producer will be tweeting this clip of this video out. You guys,
Fucker.
from now on, when you're arguing with people on Twitter, and they say, actually, I'm sick of us getting locked down because you people won't get vaccinated. If you're not going to get vaccinated, you're putting me and my family in danger. You go, but I thought you got the vaccine. What are you worried about? From now on, when they start yelling at you about, because if we could get reinfected because there's not enough people vaccinated, I want you to play that clip for them. I want you to send them a link to that tweet. Are you denying our president, our brilliant commander-in-chief? Because he just said that if you have been vaccinated, you're fine. So leave me alone. I think that's pretty easy, right? Just leave me alone. By the way, Stephen Weisman, no, actually, Mersh doesn't want blood clots or Bell's palsy. Oh, listen, side effects aside, I don't feel like getting it.
Yeah, that's the point.
That's
I just
all.
don't fucking want it. Fuck 'em.
I don't feel like it. And that should be the end of it. I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Remember when America was founded on the concept of people saying, yeah, I don't know, that all sounds pretty gay. Why don't you fuck off? Okay, America's principles are rooted in Ricky from Trailer Park Boys saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to give you $100 to fuck off. That is more, even though that's a Canadian show, Ricky is more American than he is Canadian. I'm going to give you $100 to fuck off. That's America was founded on the principle of, yeah, that sounds pretty stupid. I don't feel like doing that. Get the fuck off my property. Well, but you got, no, I don't have to do shit, brother. I don't have to do shit. Now get the fuck out of here before I fuck you up. That's it. That's it. Get the fuck out of here before I fuck you up. Why don't you make like a tree and fuck off?
Yeah. The various shots that people are getting now cover that. You're okay. You're not gonna get COVID if you have these vaccinations. Yeah. The various shots that people are.
Come on, you slow-loaded motherfucker.
I believe there's no better way than to speak about this than from experience.
Whoa, what was
I don't
that? No, what was that?
I believe there's no better way than to speak about this than from experience.
Somebody off stage is telling him where to stand.
Is that some cocksucker here on the Xbox running their mouth?
This is why I don't want
Shut the fuck up.
Ron DeSantis running for president. This is why I don't want Ron DeSantis to be president. Because Ron DeSantis will be a guy that they will eventually say, stand on this part of the stage or we'll fucking kill you. He literally looked off and was like, what? This looks, honestly, President of the United States, this job looks like hell. This job looks like it's hell. I wouldn't, like, I am looking at this right now and I'm telling you that if the fucking intelligence people came to me and said, Mersh, we're going to make you the next president of the United States of America, I would go, oh, God, no. No. No, I wouldn't. No, I've seen the last guy do it. He's not even allowed to fucking stand where the fuck he wants. He's not even allowed to take questions. He's not even allowed to talk to people unless everything's been approved first. We were all told when we were kids, the greatest thing anybody could ever dream about could be, I want to grow up to be the president of the United States. That was the goal, like, as a kid when you were like, man, I want to be president someday. And it's like, now you get to be an everything I thought as a kid is now gone. It's all gone. All the whimsy, all the magic. I wouldn't do it. If they said, well, we'll install you as president tomorrow. I'd be like, nope. Thanks. I'm not even allowed to stand up. So I get to be the president in name only, and then I can't even stand on the pedestal. I gotta move over to the
Fuck! Should have got the fuck out of the way.
Fuck that noise.
Retard, dude.
When Don Lemon started walking towards me on the stage, I'd be like, back up, gay boy. Fuck out of my face. I'm a goddamn president. That's what Trump would have done. Don't get too close, gay boy. I don't know if you have COVID. I know you don't have the vaccine, Don. I know you're probably immunocompromised.
I don't think there's probably a family in this. I believe there's no better way to speak about this than from experience.
He's somebody in his ears going, Joe, 3 steps back and go off to the side. And he's out loud going, I'm sorry. The person off stage yelling at him. Don Lemon said nothing to make him say sorry. Somebody shrieked at him in his earphones just there. Watch.
I believe there's no better way than to speak about this than from experience. I don't think there's probably a family in this room who hasn't been affected by addiction. You've been very open about your son Hunter's problems with addiction. This is personal for you. Listen, I've dealt with it in my own family. Every family deals with it. But this is personal for you.
Did you,
Yes.
Don?
And I'm so damn proud of my son. My son just wrote a book about how he overcame being addicted. And he did it, and he's doing it, and he is in good shape, thank God.
That's right. I want to say that I'm grateful and I'm damn proud of my son, Brandon Novak. I'm proud of my son, Bo.
We don't have nearly enough people involved in mental health and drug addiction services, number one. Number two.
That applause felt
Involved in mental health and drug addiction services, number one.
That was not a natural clap. That clap didn't start at a natural place. Oh my God. That clap did not start anywhere in a natural place. It also happened too suddenly. That was an applause sign. I'm telling you right now. Because listen, I want you to listen to this. It's not like in. I think a lot of people were clapping, but they were told to clap. I mean, because there's no, like, if that was a real clap, first of all, they awkwardly clapped in the middle of his statement. So that, if that was going to be the thing, then the way that would work is you'd have a handful of people go, and then other people would go, yeah, join in on that, and it would swell up a little bit. That just suddenly started. Ah! I want you guys, listen very carefully at when he's talking, where they start clapping, how unnatural the placement was of the clap, and all that shit.
Really enough people involved in mental health and drug addiction services, number one. Number two.
Oh my God, you know what? I didn't want to believe it, but I didn't want to believe it, but you guys are right. That sounds like it might be just... That sounds like a TV show clap. That sounds like a TV show clap. America is filmed before a live studio audience. There are a couple people clapping, to be fair. I can see people clapping. There's not enough people clapping for it to sound like that. No, people are moving. People are saying no one's moving. I can show. Look, watch. There are hands.
Number two,
There are hands of people moving, but they're not enough hands. They're not enough hands to produce that amount of sound.
number two, we shouldn't be sending people.
Okay, again, and claps don't stop like that either. Claps do not start and stop suddenly unless they are fucking drops. Those are sound
People to
drops.
jail for use. We should be sending them mandatory rehabilitation. Mandatory rehabilitation. When people are in fact in jail, they should be getting, if that's not the main crime, but they should be getting treatment while they are in jail. Fourth, when people
Jail is treatment.
get out of jail, whether it's for drug addiction or any other crime, if they've served their time, they should have full access to everything from Pell Grants to public housing to the like.
Yeah, let's just give people zero incentive to do the right thing in life. Let's do that, President. That sounds like a great plan. Let's give everybody zero motivation or any incentive
The legal system is
do what's right. Let's just everyone collect everything for free, right? Because like that's what happened with abortions and the divorce rates and welfare. Everybody just needs a chance, a little leg up. They're not gonna fucking depend on it forever. So now I can just be a felon, and it doesn't matter because I know when I get out of jail, I'm still gonna get fucking free housing. Let's get caught up on some of these super chats and what have you. Move on to a little bit of whimsy here tonight. My God, dude, this is real life now. Mr. Yes donated $2. Says, Merce, did you watch 2021 NHL Expansive Draft? No, I absolutely did not. I don't watch drafts. It's sounds. I wouldn't watch drafts. I'll occasionally watch football drafts if it's good. Yeah, I'm not. By the way, Mr. Yes for 2 says, Merch, check your Instagram DMs. I just did. I saw nothing of note. No. Lord Pepsi for 5. The training module will break down in my old school. This is sad to watch. Dennis Michaels for 5. Says, my favorite producer, but I'm stuttering John talking about how gym, but the healthy level of joy. Keep up the great work. All right. By the way, that was the other thing. I saw the Barricade Garage shout out. When I was going to bed last night, and I put on one of the clips that was suggested by YouTube was Greg Carl, one of these podcasts. It was Carl and E-Rock were making fun of Stuttering John, and I was like, oh, I'm hit. So I clicked on that, and very funny clip, by the way, but I got mentioned in that clip too. It's getting weird. It's weird when you hear yourself mentioned by other shows, and you're like, oh, cool, nice, I got a shout out. But it's a good clip, and I like E-Rock. E-Rock did a good job on that show. I think E-Rock's funny. He does not like it. I don't know why. It's fine. It is what it is. I think he just considers me like an O&A fan, which is probably... I don't think E-Rock dislikes me. I just think he doesn't respect me. Mr. Yes for 2 says, will Trump return in 2024? I doubt he will. Honestly, I will say this. If Trump's going to come back, I want him to come back 2024. Because the liberals are probably going to fuck us over again anyway. So let's let him come and lose one more time and then tell him to beat it. You know, I don't think we're getting the White House back in 2 years anyway, so might as well have Trump run. Let him lose. Let him be devastated.